The first round of the NFL draft just wrapped up last night, so I wanted to go over my biggest winners and losers. So if you guys like my content, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Now we're going to start with the winners, and there's a lot to jump off the paper in my opinion. You've got to have the Dolphins on here. They were able to get their guy in Tua Tagovailoa that, if healthy, can be one of the top quarterbacks in the league, but just getting him is not why they're on here. Going into this draft, it really looked like there was going to be a bidding war for that third overall pick in the hands of the Lions. So them not having to give up any additional assets to get their guy is a W. They also continued their successful night by not being tempted to go with flashy skill positions. They got a tackle to protect their 5th overall pick in Austin Jackson at 18, then went and got Auburn corner Noah Igbenogany. I've gotten to see Noah play quite a lot this season as I'm an Auburn fan, and man, this guy's ceiling is very high. Great night for Dolphins fans. And then I've got the 49ers. It was pretty clear going into the night they should go after an interior lineman or a wide receiver to replace the losses of Emmanuel Sanders and DeForest Buckner. Well, that's what they did. In fact, they got both of them. They got a bull rush assassin in Javon Kinlaw at 14, then got a freak athlete and Arizona State wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. Now, the next one I have is pretty controversial, especially when it comes to my fellow Packers fans, but the Packers were winners last night. It's been rumored for a while that the Packers were very high on Utah State quarterback Jordan Love. It was just a question on whether or not they were going to have the opportunity to get him. It looked like a strong possibility that he was going to be taken pretty high, and with him slipping, the Packers traded up, giving up a 4th rounder to get him. The potential for Jordan Love is extremely high. We've seen these consistent comparisons to Patrick Mahomes, but the best case scenario for him is to play under a quarterback for a couple seasons till it's his opportunity. And there's not many players better to play under than Aaron Rodgers. Yes, this might not have been the pick Rodgers wanted to see, but he is 36 years old, and most quarterbacks don't play till they're 42 like Brady. The Packers almost never use first-round selections on skill positions, so for them to go out of their way to trade up and get Love, you know they had to have a high level of confidence. I also have the Buccaneers on here, as they didn't get tempted by the wide receivers on the board and took an athletic freak in Tristan Wirfs to protect their 42-year-old quarterback. The next winners are teams that were able to get players that I just didn't expect to be on the board. The one everyone is talking about is the Cowboys getting Ceedee Lamb. I would have liked this pick a lot more if they let Cooper walk, but hey, they were able to get a guy that was looked at in the eyes of many as the #1 wide receiver in this draft at 17, and he was the 3rd wide receiver off the board. So that is just got to be a win in of itself. On paper, this offense is going to look scary. Dak, Zeke, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and Ceedee Lamb. But considering they still have got a lot of holes to address and a deteriorating offensive line, it's really just a situation where they couldn't pass on the value. In my opinion, there's not many situations where it's worth taking a skill position this high in the first round, aside from quarterbacks, but it's a fun selection, so I'm sure Cowboys fans are pretty excited. But speaking of wide receivers slipping, the Broncos having the opportunity to choose between Ceedee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy at the 15th pick, I just didn't see coming. So that by itself makes them a winner, and I think Jeudy was the right selection between the two. Courtland Sutton broke out this year as an incredible deep threat, go up and get it guy. To have an incredible route runner in Jeudy now gives their young quarterback Drew Lock some pretty exciting weapons. Then we've got the Cardinals getting Isaiah Simmons. In my opinion, Simmons is the 3rd best prospect in this draft, no doubt about it, and really didn't expect him to make it past the Panthers at 7. The Cardinals defense sucks, and they lost Christian Kirksey to free agency. With there being holes practically everywhere, getting a guy in Simmons who can, replace that middle linebacker position where Christian Kirksey played and practically play every other position on that side of the ball at an elite level should be a very, very exciting pick for this team. Now we go to the losers, and obviously with how good we project most of these players to be as of now, there's not going to be many, but there's a couple that stand out in my opinion. The Lions staying at 3 makes them a loser in my eyes. It really looked like they were going to get some nice value to move down just a couple spots so a team could secure Tua. They would have most likely still been able to get their guy in Okudah. Also, in terms of their roster, Okudah is not much of a bonus. It's really just a replacement. He's a great young player and the clear top corner prospect and the right selection for this team. But after losing their elite corner in Darius Slay, it didn't really shake up the roster really at all. Then you've got the Raiders. I mean, I get Henry Ruggs is fast, and he does have, Tyreek Hill-esque potential, but there aren't any excuses for him going ahead of the likes of Jerry Jeudy and Ceedee Lamb. For every Tyreek Hill, there's 20 Tavon Austins. I mean, they clearly like taking guys they want early. Last year, it was Clelin Ferrell. This year, it's Henry Ruggs. I mean, it was pretty likely Ruggs was going to be available at the time of their second first-round selection at 19. I would be pretty disappointed if I was a Raiders fan. The last one is really just personal, and that's the Panthers taking Derrick Brown over Isaiah Simmons. Derrick Brown is a great young player, and I'm very excited to see what he can do going at the quarterback. But man, Isaiah Simmons is special and by far the superior prospect. With them losing Luke Kuechly to retirement, this decision made sense and was very, 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 very clear. But these are just my opinions. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and peace.